Chef Champion here to take you on a culinary journey I promise you've never been before. I'm here to help mold you, shape you, motivate you, and most importantly, inspire you into cooking like a champion. I'm Chef Champion, but my friends call me Ace. Welcome to the new age of culinary learning. Cook like a champion on this great station.
All right, welcome. We are in Ahman Green's house once again, all-pro four-time leading rusher for the Green Bay Packers. I don't need to say anymore. Y'all know who he is. So yeah, on behalf of some of my friends over at Newski's from Wisconsin, they gifted us this nice gift basket. Smoked meats, some cheeses in there. I know you like the thick cut bacon in the morning.
I do, I love it.
Awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Sweet.
And then another little thing, I don't know if you drink vodka or anything like that, but this is homemade from Wisconsin. Mr. Grant wanted to make sure that I gave him one from Van Drastic's vodka.
All right.
So you enjoy that?
Van Drastic, I will. And thank you, Ace.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. Right. So you gonna help me cook up some stuff so we can get ready for the show, like we did last season?
I wish, but not this one.
Okay.
I got a hand out, bro, but
okay.
I expect the plate to be waiting.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got that. You got that. I know you do. I know you do.
All right.
All right, for sure, man.
So
good looking. Yep.
Have a good show.
I'll make sure to clean up, get the house.
Oh yeah, you know how it works.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. All right, brother. You take care. All right.
In order to perform at a high level, I must train hard every day.
I push my body hard to the limits to gain an advantage against my competition.
With a tough training schedule,
My body needs the ability to recover fast.
Rapid Performance products provide an all-natural recovery source.
This gives my muscles the rapid recovery needed to repeat my intense training.
Speed your recovery with the natural benefits of tart cherry juice and whey protein isolate.
Train, recover, repeat.
Rapid Performance products.
Feel like a champion, offering therapeutic and relaxation services. Live like a champion. Lifestyle consultations are available. Revive. Schedule your next appointment with Rachel Champion today, located in De Pere, Wisconsin.
Welcome, America. I have a fry for you today, and I know the people in the Midwest, they're thinking of a fish fry, but this is actually a Louisiana fry. So we're gonna be making some fried alligator, some port wine smoked cheese curds, I know, and some homemade potato Cajun fries. So to start off with the potato, and I don't know if you guys knew this before, but potatoes are actually really healthy for you. They're actually high in potassium, vitamin B6, vitamin C, and dietary fiber, so eat them up. We're not gonna throw them in the deep fryer though, we're actually gonna bake those, keep the healthy going on. So first thing we wanna do is get them sliced. Proper way to hold the knife, 3 fingers are curled underneath the handle. Index finger is actually on the blade and the thumb is actually on the blade, so you want to grip the blade. In my left hand I have what they call the claw, so I want to make sure that my fingertips don't get cut off. So I'm just going to make slices probably about 1/4 of an inch all the way through. And you don't have to do traditional French fry slices. You can definitely do potato wedges if you like. I'm not too much of a fan on a potato wedge because they're very hard to keep and get crispy. So then once we have those sliced, then we just want to make some nice slices all the way through. Just like so. And repeat the process with the other ones. You don't want that. So a really cool trick to making sure that your French fries stay nice and crispy, which is very hard to do, is you want to take your French fries and actually put them in an ice water bath. That ice water is going to help rinse out all the starch on it. It's actually the starch that keeps them from getting crispy. If you don't want to do the ice bath, you can definitely just rinse them off the best way you know how. Just make sure that they're nice and dry. I would normally let that sit in the ice bath for probably about 20 minutes to make sure I get all the nice starch off of it. So when they're done, this is pretty much what they look like. Go ahead and get you a paper towel and pat them dry. You want them extremely dry. Those look dry enough for me. And then I'm gonna drizzle some of this healthy avocado oil right over them. And then my choice of season, you guys already know how I roll. Cajun season, any Cajun season works fine. If you want to do salt and pepper, by all means, knock yourself out. We're gonna also season that with a little bit of garlic, powdered garlic, dried basil, and that's just gonna help give it a little bit of color and a little bit of sweetness, so the sweetness balances it off with a little bit of the heat that I'm gonna add to it. And last but not least, I'm gonna add some of these crushed red pepper flakes. Make it a little bit more spicy. I like it spicy, you guys. So you guys know if you guys are at home and you don't want to make it spicy, just don't put the red pepper flakes in there. So now I'm going to give this a nice toss to make sure that my potatoes are nicely coated with my vinegar mix, or my oil mix, should I say. And then very important that you spread them out very nicely, just like that, to make sure that none of them are touching. And then I have my oven set on about 425. You're gonna wanna put those in the oven for probably about 15 minutes. I would check them after about 12 minutes. Different stoves work differently, so I would check them in about 12 minutes. So we'll throw that in the oven.
Wisconsin farmers support an $80+ billion industry that employs more than 400,000 people. Farmers continue to sustain Mother Nature's resources for future generations and create quality relationships with area businesses.
Mark Toyota thanks the farmer.
J-Mar thanks the farmer.
And St. Associates thanks the farmer.
Central Door Solutions thanks the farmer.
Mid-State Truck Service thanks the farmer.
And we thank you for buying Wisconsin potatoes.
Choosing a good cheese takes years of experience. Let Schellsburg Creamery help you pick the best. No cheese hits the shelves without the Schellsburg Creamery stamp of approval. Look for our brand in your favorite store. Ask for it by name. Schellsburg Creamery, the taste of old-fashioned goodness.
All right, now, I told you I had a little special treat for you guys. We're gonna be doing some deep fried alligator, and I know you guys are wondering, in the Midwest especially, where the heck am I gonna get fried alligator? So I went to a little meat market called Newman Meat Market right down there in Appleton, and they have all my exotic Louisiana stuff, like my gator, my frog legs, and all that good stuff. So make sure to visit them if you wanna get some of that good gator. So I'm gonna start off by seasoning them with just a little bit of Slap Your Mama. And the garlic. As you see, there's a trend. I'm using pretty much the same spices. Then a little bit of basil. And we're just gonna give that a nice little turn. Make sure we get both sides. And I treat alligator, if you guys never had alligator, it kind of tastes like chicken. And I know that's the whole saying, everything always tastes like chicken, I know. But it really does. It tastes like a more of a sweeter chicken. So batter it up, season up just like you would if you're gonna make homemade chicken tenders. So I'm using a deep fryer. Make sure that you use an electric deep fryer. It just helps regulate the temperature. You wanna make sure that you're around 340, 350 degrees. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of my stuff battered up. We're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come right back and jump right into it. All right, welcome back. So we're gonna start off with just some all-purpose flour, and we wanna make sure that we season the flour because this is our dry batter. And then also over here, we have our wet batter, which is our egg mixture. We're just gonna crack one egg in there. And we're gonna add a little bit of garlic to that. Add in your Cajun season. You guys notice I'm seasoning every single component that this touches. This ensures that I get a nice flavorful product. And then a little bit of basil. Make sure you mix up the egg really nicely before you add in any liquid so you're not chasing the egg all around. And then whenever I make my fried chicken, can you use half and half? Yeah, you can. You can use cream, you can use regular milk. I like to use buttermilk. Down south, we pretty much, anything we throw in the deep fryer, it gets coated in some type of buttermilk. All right, check that lid off. So this is what you want to do. You always want to start off in your flour first. Just a couple pieces at a time. And you don't want to make the batter too heavy, you know, just a nice light coating. And then you're going to dip that in the buttermilk egg mixture. And then that goes right back into the flour. So it's a double batter. Like I said, this is the same exact way I do my fried chicken. So you guys are getting a fried chicken recipe too as well. And then put a nice little coating right over that. And then we're just gonna drop that right into the deep fryer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make all of these up because I know Ahman's about to get ready to come home, and I know he's from down south, from Louisiana too as well, and I know he loves alligator. All right, so you want to make sure too, when you put them in there, give your basket a little bit of a shake. Turn that down just a little bit, just to make sure that nothing's sticking. Dump them all in there. We're eating good today, you guys. All right, we'll go ahead and take a look at our gator. And as you see, it's got a nice little batter. It looks exactly like chicken. I don't know what people are so afraid of. I tell people I'm making alligator and they say, ooh. And I'm like, yeah, you obviously have never had it before. So very important too, when you pull that out of the deep fryer, get you a nice plate and just line it with paper towel. And then you can actually make sure you strain the grease off of it, the oil, and lay that onto your plate. And just like any other deep fried thing, make sure that when you guys do make this, you serve it right away. You know, I've seen some people do that with the fish fry, and like 5 minutes later they're serving it to me, and there's nothing good about soggy fish or soggy batter. So definitely make sure you serve this right away. Oh yeah, nice and golden brown. I would say I'm probably cooking these for about 4 to 6 minutes. There's really not a direct time. You just want to make sure that they're nice and golden brown. That's pretty much the trick. So these look like they're almost done. We're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you guys how to make those, yeah, I know, smoked port wine Cajun cheese curd. I know, I gotta get it out. I've been working on this cheese curd recipe forever because I know that this is Wisconsin, this is the Midwest. They don't play around with their cheese curd. So I wanted to make sure I came up with a really solid cheese curd. My boys down at Sholesburg Creamery gave me some nice thick cheese curds to make a really delicious curd. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Choosing a good cheese takes years of experience. Let Sholesburg Creamery help you pick the best. No cheese hits the shelves without the Sholesburg Creamery stamp of approval. Look for our brand in your favorite store. Ask for it by name. Sholesburg Creamery, the taste of old-fashioned goodness.
Chef Champion here to take you on another culinary journey. Whether you want to cook like a champion or just have a champion cook for you, Chef Champion LLC is your one-stop shop to culinary goodness.
We offer a variety of services like private dinners in your home, professional cooking classes, motivational speaking, recipe development, and more. Need your brand promoted? What better way than to have a champion represent your brand right here on my show?
Hire me today for your personal Chef Champion culinary experience.
All right, welcome back. So, my friends down in Sholesburg Creamery challenged me to make a different cheese curd. And I Googled everywhere, and ironically, I couldn't find any cheese curd recipe, so I had to do my own. So obviously, I didn't want to do traditional beer batter, and there was actually a spread cheese company that just came out with the port wine cheese. So I said, hey, I think port would go well. Nice sweetness with the saltiness from the cheese curd. I think it'll go well, so we'll try it out, see how it goes. So we're gonna go ahead and make the batter. We just wanna start off with 1 egg. Give that a nice little mix. And then we're gonna do equal portions, about a 1/2 cup of buttermilk and about a 1/2 cup of port wine. Buttermilk. All right, give that a nice mix. So what you want to do is take your cheese curds and actually put them right into that mixture. Just give them a nice toss. And then they're actually going to go, make sure you get all that liquid off of them before you go into the batter. You don't want to get your batter all clunky, that's for sure. And then for the batter, Remember what I said, rule of thumb, make sure you season the batter. We're actually gonna spice it up a little bit. Put just a few crushed red peppers in there. My crushed red peppers in there, I'm gonna add in a little bit of basil. Add a little bit of that to the batter too as well. A little bit of Cajun seasoning. Add a little bit of that to the batter as well. And then finish it up with a little bit of garlic. Add that to the batter. I'll put this in there. There we go. Just give that a nice mixture. And then with the cheese curds, you're gonna go right back into the flour. Remember earlier in the earlier segment, I showed you how to do the deep fried alligator. Same concept, literally the same batter, dry and wet. We're just gonna toss those cheese curds and then throw them back into our wet batter. And I'm using white cheddar and dark cheddar. They just make for just an excellent cheese curd. By all means, whatever curds you want to use, you can play around with them. Sometimes they make like lemon dill cheese curds, you can do that. And that way it adds a little bit of flavor to it already. Then always remember you got one hand for your dry, one hand for your wet. So in your left hand, you just want to give those a nice little toss right into that egg mixture. All right. And then make sure the majority of that liquid is out of it. And then we're gonna go right back into the actual flour dry batter. Whenever you double batter, it just gives so much of a nice crispier flavor. I just love it, especially with your fried chicken. So we'll go over to our deep fryer. I have my deep fryer set at about 350. Understand the bigger the curds are, you might have to drop it down a little bit because you definitely want the cheese curd to melt all the way through. So I'm just gonna set the cheese curds in there. One at a time. This could seem like it's a little bit tedious, but people in the Midwest, hey, this is a delicacy right here. Take the time to make it right. All right, we'll go ahead and finish these off too. Woo. So you just really want to make sure that you go, always rule of thumb, whenever you're doing most fried foods, you just go flour, egg wash batter, and then go right back into the flour. And then you'll have a nice, crispy, coated, whatever you want to have. Don't you guys love how I'm doing, you guys, America? I'm not using all these exotic ingredients. I've literally just used the same thing for the last one. So when you make your fry, you definitely just make 2 batches because obviously I don't want to cross-contaminate them. But same ingredients. I mean, if you don't have flour and egg in your home, then you must not be cooking. And if you ain't cooking, then you should be continuing to watch this show because we got to get you cooking like a champion. Oh my goodness, look at that gooey, chewy goodness. We're gonna finish frying up the rest of these cheese curds. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll come right back and put it all together. So I'll see you in a minute.
A must for holiday shoppers in Door County is to enjoy Cherry Delight dried cherries that Country Ovens is known for. Come sample our Door County original, Cherry Delights, our chocolate-covered Cherry Delights, and our delicious tart cherry juice. We have something for everyone to enjoy. Custom make a gift box with your choice of items for that special occasion and have it shipped anywhere. Country Ovens is located in Forestville, just 30 minutes from Green Bay. Come taste the real Door County dried cherry, Cherry Delights.
All right, welcome back again, America. Like I said, we got some Shullsburg cheese curds made with port wine and Cajun seasoning. A little bit of a twist for you. And then we got some deep fried alligator over there. And I think we had, oh yeah, we had some French fries. Let's go check those and see if those are ready. All right, looks good to me. Nice, baked, healthy Cajun fried. And you guys know the spiciness in there really helps with the fiber. So spicy food is actually pretty good for you if you guys didn't know that. All right. Those are looking good to me. All right. Let's grab our gator over here. All right. And then you can pretty much make whatever dipping sauce you want. You can make lemon dill, you can do a chipotle ranch, anything you want. I'm just gonna do a ketchup sriracha, just a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of sriracha. Not that it's not spicy enough for me, but I like a little bit of a kick to there. Mix that up nice. All right, so I guess we gotta taste and see how it goes. We'll start off with our Cajun fries, see how those taste. As you see, they're nice and crispy. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I heard it. Sounds good to me. Nice crispy fries. So good. Now my favorite is deep fried alligator. Go ahead and take a piece of that. Now as you see, it's nice, clean, white meat. I think I want this one. This one's a little bit more crispier. Nice and crispy, just the way I like it. And last but not least, these cheese curds. I think I'll try the white cheddar one. That is good stuff. You guys gotta see this. You see how nicely the curd just melts right in there? It's almost like a mozzarella stick, but not. So, I think I gotta get one more bite. So there you have it, you guys. Our very first Cajun fried out here in the Midwest at Ahman Green's house. Doing it big. Go big or go home, you guys. Remember to always stay positive in the kitchen. Never say that you can't do anything. All of this food that I made for you right now, I know for sure you can go home and you can nail it. So cook like a champion in the kitchen. We'll see you next week for another episode. Take care.
Today's show is brought to you by Shullsburg Creamery, Glorious Malone's Fine Sausage, Cherry Delight of Country Ovens, Tundraland Home Improvement.